Hello, our lovelies. We are giving you a little sneak for the next couple days as we are getting into Valentine's Day. We want you to just really feel into the support and love that can be given to you in this journey. This journey is cray cray. Let's get real, it's cray cray. But we balance this connection daily. We are literally in this journey with all of you. We want you to know all the tools, have all the tools, and have all the love that we pour onto you so you can feel amazing and feel empowered to be able to work through your journey. There is a 30% discount, VDay 1111. Type in the code at checkout. Our Twin Flame Souls Plan program is remarkable. It is life changing. The first tier is if you need help bringing in your soul, being in the energetic space for your soul to come in. And a lot of those that are getting our program, they haven't even finished the program, my loves, and their soul's already coming in and they now need balancing. And so that's why we also created the tier 2, which offers not only exactly to help you get into the energetic space of bringing in your soul, aligning with soul and bringing in your soul. Now you know how to balance your soul and allow this space where you can continue to balance your twin flame. It's amazing, and we're so proud and excited to be able to share it with you. Now, without further ado, is a special Valentine's sneak.
Okay, I recently got a message from my person after 2 years of being ghosted. What do I do?
So when you get those moments of soul bringing itself to soul, you just have to watch your energy. You just have to pull that energy in. What a lot of people do as soon as they find their soul reflect itself to themselves, they automatically want to push. They automatically forget everything that got them to that place where they were able to receive a message. This is the reminder to you that it's not a big deal. It's not. You are aligned with soul. You are having this faith and trust and keeping intent pure. Of course, they're going to message you, right? Why wouldn't they? And if they are, and they message you because you're in intent, then that means you stay in intent. It's staying in that place of state where it's still about you. Doesn't change, doesn't matter. This is with anything, any manifestation. You manifest them through a third party. You manifest them through a message. You manifest them through your soul bringing you all these beautiful downloads and things from within. Don't freak out, right? You get a dream, right? Sometimes people have a dream and that's it. They're freaking out about a dream. It's a dream. Don't worry about it. You got a text. You got a message. It's okay. It's just your soul winking at you. No big deal. You can only respond when you're in soul. If you can't respond through soul, you're not responding. Period.
No urgency. There's no urgency to respond.
No. The responses have to be through soul, or don't do it at all. Because you'll have more when you're more aligned with soul. Or you can overdose in that one message, and that's all you'll ever get. And so really neutralizing the energy, aligning with soul, and then bringing your intent back to you. This is why surrender is so big. Like, I feel like you have to surrender every single thing that comes to you from your soul. You have to surrender it. To reach the higher levels of consciousness, you experience more things in the lower scale that comes and faces you, and you have to look at each one and be like, I surrender that. I surrender that. It's the same thing here. You've reached some type of increase within your consciousness. Well, you are soul, and if your soul reflects itself to you, it puts you in a place where you have to face something new. So you have to face some type of interaction or trigger that's coming through from within you. Face it. Don't judge it, and allow it to be what it is. And always choose you in all of the interaction. And that's really what balancing is. We say balancing a lot. The balancing isn't anything fancy. You just have to stay in soul. Balancing is staying in soul, not from mind, and bringing yourself back to now. So if you can't do that with the text, then you're leaking through the text, which means I don't need to be responding right now. I don't need to be getting texts right now if I know I can't balance this energy out of mind.
Yeah.
But if you are able to balance it through soul, if you're able to maintain the space of calmness, peace, tranquility. I even have meditation playing whenever I need to message. Not need, it's more of like no preference kind of energy. Each of the steps, I mean, it's not necessarily steps, it's just, like I said, in the higher scales of consciousness, you get into this like level of like your soul showing itself in different ways that your soul thinks you're ready to do. And that's all it is. When you're trying to text back, if you want to text back, see if you're in soul. See if you can stay in soul. Like I know I've shared this before, but when I first interacted with my soul, I had to have meditations playing. Just knew if I don't have anything to listen to, I'm gonna go cray-cray. Like mine will go cray-cray and push. So I knew listening to sounds, listening to water, listening to music kept me at peace. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I had the urgency to just feed my soul when my soul came. Maybe it's because my intent was so pure and I chose to align with soul so much that when I knew that I had to balance, I wasn't going to let anything come in between it, even if it was them, right? They're coming in. I don't freaking care if you're coming in. I need to see if I'm in soul. If you're coming in and I'm not in soul, you're getting me away from intent. So get the hell out of here until I'm in soul. And that's just how strict I was. And Elizabeth was the same thing. Her choice was to find peace. If anything made me feel icky out of peace, then I'm not entertaining it, whatever it is. And that's how Elizabeth was able to set boundaries. That's how Elizabeth was able to continue and sustain communication through showing you you're in soul that are coming at you is like radar to figure out what your intent is. So that's my question for you. As soon as you get this text, remind yourself what your intent is. And if you can make that your number one priority, you're going to be able to handle and balance through whatever the text messages are. My intent is soul. It's to align with my soul. I don't care what messages I come through my text messages. If I'm always making sure I'm in soul, or for Elizabeth, when she's at peace, we maintain that intent. And it becomes really easy to be able to communicate or not communicate without pushing or activating more fear-based energy.
When we say balancing, because I know like at the beginning, balancing seems like we're literally meaning balancing interactions with them. That's not what balancing is. Balancing your energy. That's all it is. It's learning how to navigate the highs and lows that the addictive energy brings in this connection. It's learning how to get those triggers, or when you get those triggers, to get those spikes of energy, and how to learn how to release them to get back to a place of neutrality or peace. So when we say balancing, that's all we're talking about, is how to get to that place where you get that energy spike and you learn to let it go. Get the energy spike and learn to let it go. And that's what balancing is. And that's why it is a daily process for the rest of your life, because with this connection comes alignment with soul in a way that will always bring you new surges of energy. And when you're awakened, you can feel energy, you can feel your energy. It is now your navigation. That is your navigation. It is your GPS to life, is your energy now. And you feel these surges, you recognize them for what they are. They are your indicators that something needs to be released, that there's something hidden, stuck down energetically that needs to be released so that you can feel better and level up. So when you get this text message, There's no urgency to respond. Like Joanne just said, it is a wink. It is a wink that you have been balanced. Now you start saying, okay, I'm balanced enough that they came in. How's my energy right now? And this is where you say, every time you do anything, you're going to do it through soul, and you're going to do it by gauging your energy. And if there's even a slight little surge, if there's even a slight little bit of preference, you ask yourself, if I text them back right now, do I expect a response? Do I hope for a response? And if the answer to either of those is yes, I do, you have to be honest with yourself. This has to be honest with yourself. If your answer is yes, and you're not in a place to text, you're not in a place, you're going to be pushing. You get to a place where you say, I'm going to text them. And if they don't respond, I'm okay with that. I'm good. I surrender it. I don't need them to text back. I'm texting from a place of love. I'm texting from a place of being balanced, and I don't need anything in return from them. That's through soul, and that's when you should text or respond.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Okay, let's go on.